Amazing. Thank you so much, Matt. First of all, thank you to all the online viewers. It's my first time, so I'm kind of not seeing an audience and trying to do this. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge one, but as the company or as myself, I always love challenge. So once again, good morning, everyone. I'm Husam Haris, co-founder and chief operating officer at the Hanging House, and we are currently based in Dubai. So it's at 10:30 in the morning. I'm excited to share our story with you. I just want to give you guys a quick disclaimer. Though I'm here to talk about what it really means to build an experiential agency and not just in benefits or metrics, but in spirit. To start with something that I do want to mention is we are not just an agency, we are an invitation. For that means people first is something that we always take for all our projects. Let it be for projects or let it be for the people that work with us. For us, always is people first. Now, few things or key things that we look at it is to feel safe enough to explore the extraordinary, to wander freely, deeply, and play without pause. Play is an important part, I have to admit, at my organization because that's something what we believe. Because what tends to happen is one third of your life you live at your workplace, and you need to make sure that you are playing. And that's the reason, for example, me or my partner, Anam Ahmed, who's the co-founder, like we never create the agency as a place that we need to be worried about. We want to make sure it's somewhere that we have fun, and that's what we look at it, because this is the place that you live most of your time. And we also love to do is the strategy always begins with empathy, and we also believe the creativity grows stronger when people are at its heart. And that's another proud moment for me as well. At the company, we work as a family. We take care of each other's things, what happens, because for us that matters the most. To start with, there's a story that I want to talk about, which is we are an experiential company that blends strategy, storytelling, design, and creative technology to build immersive experience for brands and people. We have done global car launches to cultural festivals, experience centers, pop-up playgrounds. What we create is bold, human, and never off the shelf. What makes us different isn't what we do, it's how we do it. We're explorers at heart, and everything we build for clients or ourselves starts with one goal: to create space where people feel something real. That is an important one. We build something where people feel it, that it is real. What we did have was a shared belief. We began in a garage. It's not a Steve Jobs story, I can't say like that, but we did start from a garage with the belief that the kind of place we wanted to work in didn't really exist. So we built it. This garage wasn't just a space, it was our first experiment in workplace making, a place where autonomy, messiness, trust, and joy could coexist. Because before we can create extraordinary experiences out there, we have to build them in here with each other. So this story isn't about a company, it's about a house, and that is the Hanging House. Now, 8 years later, so I always say the story to my team as well. It was just me, my co-founder Anam, and the other two partners. We started just four of us in the garage. Now, 8 years have completed. We are a team of over 50 people across Dubai and Riyadh, representing over 15 nationalities. We don't perform measures in hours or rigid roles. We measure it in energy, impact, and the way people show up for each other. Every department is a space for exploration. It's not unusual for someone in strategy to pitch a creative idea or for a tech team to co-lead a storytelling workshop. The kind of freedom isn't accidental, it is built into how we operate. This isn't just our team, it's a multidisciplinary ecosystem designed with the intent to support risk, expressions, and evolution. We have created a workspace where people aren't reduced to roles but celebrated as co creators of the culture. Now, these are some of the stats as I've mentioned, but what makes us completely different is one thing is people first. For everything, our mantra is being people first. We value about people because we both are, we and my partners have come from backgrounds where we want to be treated like an employee rather than an employer. So for us, every time, everything that we look in terms of doing for the company is also looking in the landscape of an employee rather than an employee. Moving on, what we have built, these are what's it called? Since the day we opened the hanging house, has grown an average rate of 63% every year. Proof that when culture leads, growth follows. Because we always feel there's one of the biggest project we did is on people's confirmation, where we as the company employers wanted to decline that project, whereas two of our staff said we should do that, let's do it. And then we accepted that project, and that was one of the iconic projects we have actually delivered as well. And that is because of what the people said, that we want to do that project because that is their passion. We are building an ecosystem where people want to follow something what they really love. And for that, we have actually created a code, I would say, or built to evolve. Whereas our culture didn't happen by accident. Actually, it came from noticing what didn't feel right in traditional workplaces: rigid hierarchies, exclusions, burnout disguised as ambition. We wanted to build something different. At THH, culture is the product. Everything we have created, from our policies to our workspaces, comes back to this core question: how do we make work feel like a place where people want to grow, not just have to perform? The question has shaped every initiative, each one tied to business and happiness goals. Retention and belonging, creative risk taking, we are very well known for that, I have to admit. Growth through trust and autonomy. We didn't want to replicate agency norms, we wanted to rewrite them. To hire for potential, not pedigree. To let people lead before they were ready. To build a company that could flex with life's real demands. This is workplace making in practice. Designing a workplace not around rules, but around who we are becoming. And these are the five key, what's it called, mantras that we have, which is curiosity, optimism, relentless innovation, transparency, and agility. Now, moving on, the growth that has inspired, because we have built a culture that evolves with people. As Matt mentioned, yes, we did actually win the Inspiring Workplace Award as well. We have also won a couple of other awards, which is uh, Eventex and SME Awards. It's because we have built a team of explorers who grow limitlessly. And in turn, we are proudly recognized across the board as an entity that fuels boundless potential and creativity. These accolades are more than awards to us, they are proof that we continue to honor the vision the company started with. Again, we also, yes, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we actually won the best company to work as well. Sorry, agency of the year at Wow Awards as well, which is a silver, which is a Middle Eastern awards. Again, our recognition is not just for the company, we also believe in our team members. So this recognition we have extended to our individuals who push creative boundaries and embody our house code in everything they do. Team members like Luna, Alim, and Homsi aren't just contributors, they are living proof of the culture we have built, where we have nominated them for the campaign's Creative Faces to Watch for 2023. And we haven't stopped over there. We also have given the opportunities each of our staff to share their thought leadership at the campaign Creative and the Drum, where some of our team members' thought leadership pieces have been accepted and they have been published in these well-known what's it called, publishing magazines. Moving on, this is another thing that we are super proud of, how we have rewrote our culture. Now, we call this as something called as frame, where it's flexibility, it's recognition, autonomy, mental well-being, and empowerment. Now, to keep honoring the vision and ever changing, we build this frame. And this frame is our people's first culture model that represents the initiative we have taken to building a winning culture. Now, flexibility, because passion doesn't clock in at 9. So we actually have flexibility times where people can come from 8 to 10. There is no specific restriction in terms of you have to clock in and exactly at specific time, whereas we have given a 2 hour window period that people can come in anytime they wish to. We do have a menstrual cycle leave for all the women's, because a no question asked built-in day for women, human first, not policy driven. And that's a work from home situation that we had given for the people who are going through this one, in terms of menstrual cycles. Now, flexible work hours, I've already mentioned. Now, in terms of remote when needed, now, this is another thing that we have recently started, especially during high stress personal periods or passion project sprints. We have given our colleagues to remote when needed. They can work from anywhere. Now, The second one, which is the recognition, we all believe in our recognition, and that's something which always embodies or boosts individuals' morale. Now, we have created something called as Houses Awards. Now, this is a monthly house awards that we have created where individual people can get recognized for going beyond their KPIs, not necessarily for what they're doing, rather something what they have done. We also have done something called as No FEs Given Award, where it recognizes mood lifters and cultural champions who embody fun, team spirit, and good energy. We have public celebration rituals such as monthly cultural cycle, team shoutouts, project wins are in hidden, they have shared. Again, another one which is an important one for people first is public celebration, promotions without paperwork. Advancement is fast, fluid, and earned through contribution, not years served. I am an entrepreneur at the age of 33. I've started the company at the age of 24, 25, I would say. And at that time, we didn't feel like age is the problem. It's about the skill set, what you have. And we always believe in that. It doesn't mean the person who has the maximum number of years of experience is the one who would be on the top. No, it's never the years served. It's about the mentality. It's about the flexibility, what each individual people have, each individual person have as a skill set. And again, there's a funny side of things at the hanging houses. We never look at what kind of certification you have when you come for work. It's about how much you are ready to push the boundaries, is what we look at. Another one is autonomy. So we are creating a blank slate syndicate, which is anyone can launch internal ideas, actual briefs, actual budgets, and actual backing. Also, innovation lab, which is safe to fail environment for exploring new tools, formats, workflows, or tech. Leadership access, a total transparency, no open door policy, flat feedback culture, rapid responsibilities, such as interns have pitched and led real projects within weeks. Moving on, mental well-being. Currently, the world is moving in such a fast paced with the entire digital world. That is something we have taken into consideration, where our insurance is integrated in-person therapy. We do creative therapy and open mic days, which is hosted by the marketing department. Psychological safe leadership, workload transparency, understanding what is individual workloads and trying to divert the work across to the team members so that nobody is burned out. Another important one is an empowerment, because when you build the system right, people just don't grow, they thrive. We have given emergency financial aid. We also have something called as profit sharing plus bonus schemes for our team members. We also have early leadership paths and educational furniture and travel allowances as well as part of our package that we give it to our employees. Moving on, because of a framework that the system we have built, our people and our culture continues to evolve. We have launched the IDP, which is Individual Development Plan, to give every team member a clear path to growth with mentorship, cross-functional exposure, and personalized learning goals built into their energy. In 2024, we saw that in action. Four of our team members stepped into new leadership roles, not by applying for them, but by growing into them. There's one story that I keep telling is we had an intern who is currently leading a department, which is in less than 6 years' time. So, which is something that we believe where everyone can grow. It's not about your certificates. It's not about what you want to do, how you want to do, how you can do it in the best way possible. Because at times, the juniors are the seniors for any roles. We have even created an entirely new department based on internal momentum, because again, we don't believe in what's it called, a regular form of building like a regular company. Rather, we want to build in a way that it is something that we can adapt and change, because that can be led by shaping the company and they take ownership of what comes to next. Now, a few of the key things is to mention. Beginning of the year, we had 30 packs, only exits of 5, which we came up to an 83% of retention. As I've mentioned, 4 team members have stepped into the leadership role, and we have scaled in terms of engagement rate at 85% as well. Now, these are a few things we do for the team. Why not? Everyone loves to celebrate it. So that's when we celebrate our hard earned wins. We celebrate big, from birthdays, work anniversaries, personal milestones to biannual events, from yacht parties to bowling. But we also celebrate who our people are through cultural festivals like South Asian Festival or Women's Day and Iftar, which is during Ramadan, because diversity is in our nature and we love to celebrate the differences that make our housemates the unique individuals that they are. These aren't just events, they're rituals that create belongings. Just few stats as well. We have done 24 monthly team celebrations in 2 years, 5 annual cultural celebrations, biannual team bonding activities as well. Um, this is another important one that I do want to share as well, which is, and this culture we have proudly built, the one rooted in recognition, rhythm, and care, and doesn't happen by accident. It happens because leadership makes it a priority. From weekly assemblies, shout outs to evolving mental health initiatives, and annual house huddles, which are our annual company wide gathering, in which we celebrate yearly wins, reflects, reconnects with the team through activities and workshop, and strategize on next year. Our leadership shows up, listens, and builds culture shoulder to shoulder with the team. As I mentioned before as well, we do not have a closed door policy. Rather, we all believe in working together hand in hand rather than following a hierarchy. Our engagement and retention rates reflect our efforts of building a workplace where creativity is safe, growth is personal, and connection is real because leadership makes it so. Again, as these are something that we have done for enhancement of our employee happiness, which is everything such as attraction of recognition of programs, flexible working hours, profit modeling. We also have something called as a summary, which I want to give it as the learn and grow, which is house huddles, training courses provision. We do have a L&D budget assigned for each individual members. Internal growth opportunities is something that we believe very much with our team members because that's what makes a person different. Well-being, we have spoken about the menstrual cycle, work from home for the women in our office, work from home for the entire team, mental health support, and half-day work from home policy for new parents is a new initiative that we have started, which is a half-day work from home policy for new parents for the first couple of months. What we do is invest in safe, healthy, and supportive space. Again, our company is for people for exploration. Again, people first is what matters every time. Uh, what happens when they leave matters too. These are what's it called? Something that I do want to mention, what they say after they leave, which is that's the culture in its purest form. These are real exist testimonials, and they reflect something we're proud of. That even when someone's chapter teaches, and they walk away with respect, inspiration, and sense of meaningful connection. The best funny part is actually today I had a chat with one of the colleague who left our organization and was talking about how they miss working at THH as well. And that's actually a proud moment for me. It's just that we don't just support employees through their roles, we support them as people through every transition because belonging doesn't end with offboarding. I do want to give some of the testimonials of our team members who has been working with us, which is department collaborations, work appreciations, employee satisfaction, creative freedom, clear communications. One of our creative leads. Then the teamwork, collaborations to the execution, that's perfect. Mohammed Ashkar, who is another senior production manager. Then great things is that THH is really supportive in terms of providing all of our needs, such as training courses, software. Generally, I love the optimism in this workplace. These are some of the cream testimonials that I do want to share to showcase what it's always not about what I say, but it's also about what the team wants to say about the support, the creativity, and the shared commitment that creates culture at the hanging house. And that's another reason we have won the best company to work for medium scale. And this is a testament to our unwavering dedication to our people. We have always believed that when our housemates grow, our house grows with them. Speaking here today is a reflection of the culture we have built together, one grounded in care, collaboration, and continuous growth. Thank you for spending time in our house. It's not perfect, but it's honest, evolving, and built with care. And we love to explore. And I don't think we have ever going to change, which is people first mentality that comes for people who comes to join, as well as for the companies who wants to work with us as a client as well. For us, always what matters is people. That's it from my side, and I'm open for any questions at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and what a great way to wrap up this part of the world. I mean, you've gone into a lot of detail. Love the fact that curiosity is one of the key parts of the organisation. Um, Having gone from a garage to 50 plus people and obviously still growing, what has been the biggest challenge or the biggest asset, I guess, that you've learned along the way from scaling a culture?
One of the biggest assets is people again,
Yeah,
for scaling a company. Without people, we would not have reached where we want. I totally would say it's people. And one of the biggest challenge is also people itself. I have to admit on that. It's an irony. It's just that to get the right resources culturally fit is an important one for the hanging house. And for me, the answer for the biggest challenge and biggest asset is people itself.
Um, just out of curiosity, do you have an interesting cross section of cultures within the
Yeah.
hanging house? Because obviously Dubai is where lots of people gravitate towards from all over the world, and I wonder if that is something that you're seeing within your company, and then if if any challenges are thrown up by such a great diverse backgrounds.
Not so. I would suggest we have around 15 nationalities at the moment at the Hanging House.
Wow.
Having a collaborated nationalities has always helped us for projects, because what tends to happen is everybody has a different perspective of it because of the way they have grown or in terms of cultural aspects. And we believe diversifying on national or cultural aspects has always helped on our winning of projects as well as within the teams. That
Yeah.
really helped them to know what the actual world is, more than being stuck to one specific area. Because it's the same thing. Another one of my favorite hobbies is to travel as well. I love traveling is to learn about the cultural aspects of things. And
Yeah.
for us is an important one we tell our HR department as well, is to make sure that we hire more diversified cultures. Again, this helps as an individual as well as growth for the company.
Yeah. I mean, what an amazing I always asset. I keep using that word. It's the wrong word, but to have that, because I mean, it's such a superpower to have different perspectives. It's an inbuilt strength to go seeing something from a totally different avenue from how you've been raised, where you've come from, and especially in the organisation that you have. I imagine that's a great benefit to that. So
100%. Like I have another story to mention as well. Yesterday, actually, when I was leaving the office, I had a chat with one of my colleague, who is from the European part of the world, and I'm from the south of India. And we were talking about an actor which is based in India, and the person from the Europe, she is aware of that actor, and was talking about it, like how the world is know about it. It's a topic to connect with each other as well. It's
yeah,
something that you wouldn't know, and you realize all this is once you start talking to people as well. And I feel like that means there is impact that's been done from the south of India by that actor to be aware by somebody from the Europe. So that's
yeah,
a huge achievement for me, I would say, is which is a very small cultural area where there is people from the other part of the world also knows about it.
yeah.
And even in some projects we always talk to each other to get to know more insights, because that helps in terms of strategy, in terms of brand exploration as well for us.
Well, I love it. I think that's a lovely place to stop, because I think that then pulls it back to the fact that we are traveling around the world today, and everybody in one way or another is talking about how the importance of people and putting them first, connecting to each other within organizations and outside of them too. So I really appreciate what you're doing. Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
talk, and look forward to engaging with you again in the future. So congratulations again on being an inspiring workplace. And if there's anything you'd like to close on, please feel free to. Otherwise, we'll wrap up.
Likewise, thank you so much, Matt, in terms of giving this opportunity. The only thing that I would love to close on this session would be with, to all the employers specifically, look at your employees as an employee itself, as your colleague, not as an employer. That makes a huge difference. If you are on the same par as your employee, look at things how you want to perceive things or how you want to get it. you will see a huge difference in terms of your organization. That's something that we have learned. We have improvised in terms of our skill set, and everything is just looking at the lens of an employer rather than a lens of an employer. That will definitely make a difference in your organization.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to leave you to your day and speak again soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Good luck.